students, very pleasant morning to you all. So last class we have discussed very important problems in NEET JEE. So in this video we will be discussing in book back problems. Okay, so first question is dinitrogen and dihydrogen react with each other to produce ammonia according to the following chemical equation, that is N2 gaseous state only plus H2 gaseous state iterated with gives 2NH3. This is also gaseous state only. So three questions they are asking from these questions, that is calculate the mass of ammonia produced if 2.00 multiply 10 to the power of 3 gram dinitrogen react with 1.00 multiply 10 to the power of 3 gram of dihydrogen. So this is only our first question. So before discussing these questions, we have to do one thing, that is we have to balance this equations. So this is not a balanced chemical equation, so we have to balance the equation. The equation is N2 plus H2 gives. So this reaction is only given in questions. So what we have to do? We have to balance the given chemical equation. So nitrogen, here 2 nitrogen product side, here also 2 nitrogen. So nitrogen is balanced, and hydrogen we have to see here 3 nitrogen plus here 2, so 2 3s are 6. So hydrogen is 6 in product side, in reactant side only 2 hydrogen. So what we have to do? We have to put 3 here. So now the equation is balanced, 3 2s are 6. Now the equation is balanced. So from the equation 1 mole of dihydrogen, which means 1 mole of, so 1 mole of dinitrogen, which means the molecular mass of dinitrogen is 28 gram. So 1 mole of 28 gram of dinitrogen to give 2 moles of, which means ammonia molecular mass is 34 gram of ammonia. So this is only they have given. So the first question is calculate the mass of ammonia. Okay, so what we have to do? 2.000 multiply 10 to the power of 3 gram of dinitrogen will react with 6 gram of dihydrogen, which means 3 2s are 6. So that is why they have given here 6 gram divided by 1 mole of dinitrogen, that is 28 gram, multiply 2.00 multiply 10 to the power of 3 gram. Okay, this is only dihydrogen. So this answer is 2.00 multiply 10 to the power of 3 gram of dinitrogen will react with 4.428.6 gram of dihydrogen. So when we multiply and divide, we get answer, that is 428.6 gram. Okay, this is for dihydrogen. Okay, so what they have given, amount of dihydrogen, what is that? That is 1.00 multiply 10 to the power of 3 gram of dihydrogen. So 1.00 10 to the power of 3 gram. Okay, so here we have to see which one is the limiting reagent. So hence nitrogen is the limiting reagent. So therefore 28 gram of nitrogen product is 34 gram of ammonia. So hence the mass of ammonia is produced by 2000 gram of nitrogen. Ammonia produced by 2000 gram of nitrogen, so is equal to 34 gram upon 28 gram of nitrogen. Okay, so here 2000 gram of nitrogen. So the final answer is 2428.57 gram. So what is the next question? Will any of the two reactants remain unreacted? So this is only second question. So we know that N2 is the limiting reagent, am I right? So N2 is limiting reagent, and H2 is the excess reagent. So here H2 only will remain the unreactant. So we get the second question answer. So third is, if S, which one and what would be its mass? So they are asking mass. So that is only third question. So mass of dihydrogen. Mass of dihydrogen. So this is only unreacted, am I right? Dihydrogen only unreacted. So 1.00 multiply 10 to the power of 3 gram. So minus so mass of ammonia, that is 428.6 gram. So the final answer is 571.4 gram. So this is only mass of dihydrogen. Second problem is, calculate the mass of sodium acetate required to make 500 ml of 0.375 molar aqueous solution. So molar mass of sodium acetate is 82.0245 gram mole minus 1. So this is only questions. So sodium acetate formula is that is CH3COONA. Okay student. So here 0.35 aqueous solution of sodium acetate. This is only question they have given here. 0.37 molar. Okay, aqueous solution of acetic sodium acetate. So which means 1000 ml only. 1000 ml of solution containing of 0.375 moles of sodium acetate, that is CH3COONA. Okay, so what we have to find out here, number of moles of sodium acetate in 500 ml. Here they have given only 500 ml only. So therefore, number of moles of sodium acetate in 500 ml. Okay, student. So therefore, the answer is 0.375 upon 1000 multiplied how many ml? That is 500 ml. So the answer is 0.1875 mole. So in 500 ml, there are 0.1875 moles of in sodium acetate. Okay, so next what we have to find out? We have to find out the required mass of sodium acetate. Okay, already what they have given here, that is molar mass of sodium acetate. So what is the molar mass of sodium acetate? That is 82.0245 gram mole minus 1. Okay, so we have to find out the mass of CH3COONA. So therefore, required mass of sodium acetate. So that is, so molar mass of sodium acetate is 82.0245. Okay, gram mole power minus 1, and the number of moles present in sodium acetate in 500 ml, that is 0.1875 mole. So the answer is 15.38. So after that, cross check these values. So this is the mass of sodium acetate, okay, to make the required 500 ml. Our third question is, how much copper can be obtained from 100 gram of copper sulfate? Okay, so this is only our question. So in question what they have given, 1 mole of copper sulfate solution contain 1 mole of copper. One mole of copper contains 1 mole of copper. So what we have to find out? We have to find out molar mass of copper sulfate. That is 63 point for copper, 63.5 plus for sulfur 32.00 plus for oxygen, here 4 oxygen, so 16.00. So 63.5 plus 32.00, 4 multiply 16, the answer is 64. So when we add this 3 value, we get 159.5 gram. So this is the molar mass of copper sulfate. Given here 159.5 gram of copper sulfate contains 63.5 gram of copper. So here the 63.5 gram of copper is, that is molecular mass of copper. So in questions what they have given, 100 gram of copper sulfate will contain 63.5 multiply 100 gram upon 159.5 gram of copper. So this is only, so therefore the amount of copper that can be obtained from 100 gram of copper sulfate is 39.81 gram. Okay students, so this is the final answer, the amount of copper that can be obtained from the 100 gram of copper sulfate. Next, our fourth question is, calculate the concentration of nitric acid in moles per liter in a sample which has a density 1.41 gram milliliter minus 1 and the mass percent of nitric acid in it being 69%. Okay, so this is the question. So what they have given here, 100 gram of HNO3 contains 69% of nitric acid by mass. So this is only, and what we have to find out, we have to find out the molar mass of nitric acid. So for hydrogen 1 only, and for nitrogen that is 14, and oxygen here 3 oxygens are there, so that is why I put 3 here. So 3 multiply 16 is 48. So when we add this 3 values, so we get 63 gram mole power minus 1. So next what we have to find out, we have to find out number of moles in 69 gram of nitric acid. So number of moles of 69 gram of nitric acid, that is 69 gram upon 63. The molar mass of nitric acid is, we already find out, that is 63 gram mole minus 1. So the answer is 1.095 mole. Okay, so next what we have to find out, we have to find out volume of 100 gram of nitric acid solution. So next what we have to find out, that is volume of 100 gram of HNO3 solution. So that is mass of solution upon density of the solution. So that is 100 gram, that is only mass of solution, and density also they have given, that is 1.41 gram milliliter minus 1. So the final answer is 70.92 ml. So we have to convert milliliter to liter. The answer is 70.92 10 to the power of minus 3 liter. So next what we have to find out, we have to find out concentration of nitric acid. That is 1.095 mole. This is molar mass of nitric acid. Sorry, number of moles of 69 gram of nitric acid. This is upon 70.92 multiplied 10 to the power of minus 3 liter. So when we divide, we get answer 15.44 mole divided by liter. So the final answer is concentration of nitric acid is 1.095 that is 15.44 mole per liter. Our last question. A sample of drinking water found to be severely contaminated with chloroform, supposed to be carcinogenic in nature. So the level of contamination was 15 ppm, that is by mass only. So here they have asked two questions. First question is, express this in percent by mass. So this is only our first question. So we have to find out 1 ppm is equivalent to 1 parts of, which means 1 million, am I right? It is equivalent to 1 part of 1 million, which means 10 to the power of 6 part. 1 million means 10 to the power of 6 part. So therefore the mass of 15 ppm chloroform in water, mass percent of 15 ppm chloroform in water. So 15 ppm upon 1 million, that is 10 to the power of 6 multiply 100. So the answer is 1.5 multiply 10 to the power of minus 3 percentage. So this is the percent of chloroform in water. So the next question is what they have asked. Determine the molality of chloroform in the water sample. Molality, not molarity. They have asked molality of chloroform in the water sample. So here 100 gram of the sample contains 1.5 gram of 10 to the power of minus 3 gram of chloroform. So this is only 100 grams. If it is 1000 gram, 1000 gram of sample contain 1.5 gram multiply 10 to the power of minus 2 gram of chloroform. This is for 1000 gram. So that is why I put here 10 to the power of minus 3 for 100. If it is 1000 means 10 to the power of minus 2. Okay. So what they have asked here, molality of chloroform in the water sample, correct? Molality of chloroform in water, that is 1.5 multiply 10 to the power of minus 2 gram upon molar mass of chloroform CHCl3. So first we have to find out molar mass of chloroform. So molar mass of chloroform. So for carbon 12, for hydrogen 1 hydrogen only is there, and for chlorine there are the 3 chlorine, so 3 bracket 35.5. So the final answer is 109.5 gram mole minus 1. Okay. So the what is the question is, find out the molality of the solution. So molality of chloroform in water, that is 1.5 multiply 10 to the power of minus 2 gram upon molar mass of chloroform, that is 119.5 gram mole minus 1. So the answer is 1.25 multiply 10 to the power of minus 4 mole. So this, sorry, molarity only they have asked, so that is why I put sign m, small m. So this is the molality of chloroform in water. The final answer is 1.25 multiplied 10 to the power of 4. So the unit is, there is no unit, so molality symbol only we have to put. The molality symbol is small m. So this is the final answer of molality of chloroform in water.